Greetings, Indie Warriors, and welcome to I Dream of Indie Games. I'm Old Gamer Joe, and this is your Dream Drop, running through all of the exciting indie and AA releases for the week of August 10th through the 16th of 2026. I say we get right into it. War. It's never fun, unless you make a video game in which you and 49 other players go to war. Hell, let loose. Vietnam puts you into one of the most explosive conflicts of modern history, challenging you to fight through action-packed clashes across 6 huge maps. You'll choose which side of the combat to join, pick your specialized class, and take out all the enemies or get your head blown off immediately. I make no promises as to how well you'll perform. Dive into a war zone from the safety of your own home when Hell Let Loose Vietnam launches on PC, PlayStation, and Xbox on the 13th. If the war zone of high school is more your speed, then perhaps you'll want to check out Agefield High Rock the School, a game that will almost certainly tickle your pickle. Fans of Bully might see some pretty similar DNA in this one, but with all the added raunchy comedy of 2000s teen movies. You'll attempt to win over your dream girl, rock the socks off your fellow students, and try not to get your shit rocked by the local jock population. Agefield High Rock the School rocks you on PC on the 12th. Point-and-click goodness is on the menu in the newest entry in the Rusty Lake series, Servant of the Lake. As the new employee at the mysterious Vanderboom estate, you'll solve puzzles and adventure through the home, uncovering the mysterious, dark past of this household. This series is fantastic, with lots of tricky but rewarding puzzle adventures already underneath this developer's belt. So hopefully this brand new adventure will keep us clicking about until it gets solved. Servant of the Lake launches on PC, Mac, and mobile on the 13th, so you can solve puzzles on the go. Something a little more intense now in Claude, the survival horror game set in a legally distinct prehistoric theme park where the dinosaurs may or may not be about to escape from containment. Yikes! In both first and third-person action, you'll solve puzzles, scavenge for resources, and fight your way through enclosures full of dinosaurs that would love to make you their lunch. If that all sounds a little bit scary to handle, well, you don't have to go it alone. Maybe grab a co-op pal or two. Claude roars onto PC on the 13th. A clear tribute to 007. Next, we're going old school with Agent 64, Spies Never Die, a retro FPS with some serious espionage action. With those classic visuals, local and online co-op, and PvP, this throwback to the golden era of spy shooting games is shaping up to be a ton of retro fun. Duke it out with polygonal men and ladies when Agent 64 launches on PC on the 11th. Another love letter to the classics now with 3D platformer Duskfade, the colorful adventure that launches on the 13th with clear inspirations of, well, you know, but I'll say it anyways, Kingdom Hearts. Playing as Zirian, you'll explore a huge, mysterious clock tower full of mechanical villains that want to ruin your day. Alongside your mechanical cuckoo companion, you'll save your sister. Or at least you'll try to. There's a lot of platforming here, grappling, and real grinding that stands in your way, so you'd better brush up on your jump button timing, or else you're gonna end up out on your ass. Duskfade launches onto PC, PlayStation consoles, Xbox, and the Switch too, so you've no excuse not to pick it up. Alright, tactical roguelikes, they're everywhere nowadays, so there really is something for everyone out there, and the brand new fantasy edition Lootbound may just be the game you're looking to add to that library of yours. Turn-based combat, loot management, and ally recruitment is what's on this menu. Plus, if you love D&D, you get to roll those good old die. Know if you're going to make it or break it as you battle to take on the final boss of each area. Gather loot, battle enemies, and try it over and over and over and over again when Lootbound launches on PC this week, 14th. Oh, we're really on our nostalgia bull flip this week. Woo! With another game that comes straight out of the 90s, this on-rails shooter would look right at home on a Saturday morning kids TV channel. We're talking about Wild Blue Skies, which stars some doggy pilots. Mainly Bowie Stray and the Blue Bombers, to be specific. As they take to the skies and embark on a world-saving mission, you'll have to blast through enemies, barrel roll, and dodge through bullets. Hop into some truly pawsome action when Wild Blue Skies drops onto PC, PS, and Xbox on the 13th. We'd all like just one little peek inside Area 51, find out if there really are these little green men that the government's hiding from us, but what if it was your job to stop people, or not people, getting in and out of the base? Well, in Security 51, your job is just that. Analyze those documents, scan visitors for anomalies, and endeavor to keep the whole world safe. Or just let anyone in and see what happens. How bad could it really be? Oh, just total world-ending chaos. I'm sure that's fine. Keep it locked down and look out for UFOs when Security 51 becomes unclassified. On PC on the 12th. Next, we'll be looking at a bit of a video game relic here, going back to 1986. I was just a couple years old. Defender of the Crown, The Legend Returns. This one's for the dads out there. This classic strategy game has been remade for the modern age, but remains faithful to the atmosphere and gameplay of ye olden days. There are 3 modes for players to choose from, including a retro mode that mirrors the original with some quality of life updates. Defender of the Crown heads into battle on August 13th. Enter the dark and twisted world of Path of Idol Old Gods Rising next, coming to Steam on the 12th. Ancient horrors awaken, forgotten powers return, and your goal is to help the old gods reclaim their throne. Build your cursed town on the ruins of Black Reef Isle, recruit exiles, corrupt the chosen, and transform them into powerful God-sworn warriors ready to conquer a world drowning in chaos. With fully automated battles, endless loot farming, deep gear customization, rune swords, crafting, and so much more, you'll want this one on your wish list when it drops on the 12th. Do it right now, I dare you, if you got the guts. Well, when I think of going on my fantasy adventure, I thought I'd be venturing out as a cool knight, or maybe a powerful mage. What I didn't think was that I would be working in insurance, but hey, there's a first time for everything after all. In Ledgerbound, the usual world-ending threat has descended upon us, so it's your job to leave your desk and fight on the front lines. I don't think my pay reflects this, but sure. Team up with a ragtag group of magical and furry beasts in this tactical RPG, which uses the classic rock, paper, scissors combat system. It rewards you for meeting certain targets. Sound corporate enough for you? But it's also important to maintain your work-life balance as you forge relationships with a really horny cast of characters, literally and figuratively. Yes, you can crack the cat, but you may need to keep it secret from HR as Ledgerbound launches onto Steam on August 11th. Looking for something even more sexy than that? Hey, we don't judge here. You're into what you're into. Alright, maybe I'm judging a little bit, but VanySlash is jiggling its way to Steam on August 13th, where you'll fight in close combat with different beasts using magic and with the help of your trusty axe. Fighting has never been this stylish or revealing, as you can customize your character using different outfits that will make you feel dizzy with the booby physics of it all. Just try not to catch one on the eye when VanySlash drops on the 13th, for PC of course. They wouldn't put this shit on console, well, maybe. Now you know you're going to get something creepy and a bit messed up when Serenity Forge's name is on the tin, and it seems like we're in for a horrific treat indeed. Sister Other Paranoia is a classic dark visual novel, so you better get comfortable with your game being a wall of text. The protagonist sinks deeper and deeper into isolation because of a curse that seems to do more harm than good. It's the curse to be able to read minds. Well, I want to read yours right now. No, what's wrong with you? Instead of going the way of the hero and using his powers for good, it fuels his murderous rage that aids him in driving out a person's darkest thoughts, pushing them to do the unthinkable. In this rather bleak world, it's just him and his little sister, the only good he has left. Get your reading glasses and your therapist out, as this game launches this week. And get out of my head, I know you're thinking about me naked. Whoa. A brand spanking new installment in the Static Dread franchise is coming to Steam on the 14th. Lovecraftian horrors await. However, this time you'll be searching the depths of the sea in a lone submarine. Static Dread, the submarine, traps you deep in the North Atlantic, and as the captain's right hand, you must not only help steer the submarine through the pitch black using sonar signals, but also steer your crew away from their impending madness. Make tough decisions in whether you prioritize the mission you've set on, or preserve your own humanity when you come across the horrors that lurk in the abyss. I think I just want to go home now. Alright, Indie Warriors, we can't go home because it's time to thank our awesome indie sponsor who makes shows like this possible for you to enjoy, Crystal Saga Nova, the brand new mobile sequel to the classic Crystal Saga MMORPG that players around the world loved for years, is now in early access, and you can register right now using the link in our description box down there below. If you've been looking for a new MMO to jump into, this is the one you won't want to miss. And you can take it on the go too, you can't beat that. Choose from 5 iconic classes such as mages and knights, team up with other players, and take part in real-time combat battles packed with massive boss battles and challenging raids. As you play, you can collect pets, mounts, wings, and awesome costumes to customize your character. Then join a guild and adventure with players from all over the world. Crystal Saga Nova has arrived, so now's the perfect time to get in early and prepare for the full launch. Click the link in the description box to pre-register today, jump into the adventure, and start building your legend in Crystal Saga Nova. Alright then, back to the indies. Alright, next we're looking at a PC port of a collection of arcade games from International Games System in the aptly named IGS Classic Arcade Collection. With the likes of the classic Knights of Valor, and some gems that maybe you haven't heard of like Martial Masters or Demon Front, this is a nice, complete IGS catalog that belongs in your collection, retro fans. You'll be able to kick ass locally and online with up to 4 players, where you can enjoy the combat you remember from your childhood. And a range of quality of life features like different difficulty modes have been added. Get your nostalgia goggles on as you get to relive these classics when they come to PC on the 13th. It's time to pick a god and pray in this next indie, as you play as Seraphim, tasked with exorcising hordes of demons using a Glock, of course. Flock of the Seraphim is a bullet heaven roguelite, where your enemies will get stronger with each wave. However, don't worry, you'll meet their strength with your own, deploying your angelic allies, leveling up to raise your strength, and collecting powerful loot. This chaos all unfolds in short 10-minute runs, where you'll swoop in and out, blasting the gates of the underworld open and putting those darn demons back where they belong. Nasty demons. Would Lovecraft's brain explode if he saw his concept of horror being turned into a computer colony sim? My head might explode because we've definitely featured this game before. It must have got delayed or something. Either way, Carcass is kind of weird and cool looking. You wake up inside a dead god, adrift in space, and in order to survive, you'll need to use all the resources you can get, including the bones, organs, and matter found inside the corpse of this colossal titan. Dig deeper and deeper and carve out your empire from the inside, raising citizens, researching forbidden arts, and battling enemy factions. If you're feeling squeamish, don't worry, there's no blood and guts in the literal sense. The horror is what you create in your mind, like that image you made of me earlier. The number one telltale sign that you hate yourself has gotta be if you cave dive, because who in their right mind is ramming themselves into crevices and holes? Oh, never mind. The cave diver is a claustrophobic nightmare where you must control what seems like a drunk person that can't control their limbs. You'll need to scramble through tight passages, positioning your limbs to push further and further into the depths. However, if you find yourself truly trapped, there won't be anyone around to save you, so track your progress and get back on track. Descend into the pit of hell as the cave diver crawls its way onto Steam on the 12th. IT is an interesting paradox. You spend your time saving the day and solving problems, but it's still somehow the most boring gig in the whole damn world. What would help? Some old cosmic horror and Lovecraftian dread, of course. Helps a lot of games. Come aboard as a systems admin in IT Never Ends. As with any IT job, you'll have to decide what needs doing first. Do you reset Gary's password for the 100th time, or do you redact a summoning ritual that marketing accidentally CC'd to the whole company? Gotta hate when we get those emails. Make sure you turned it off and back on again when this hits Steam on the 14th. It's surreal seeing cheap, dinky handheld games I used to play as a kid are now a whole modern subgenre. Those games used to look like that because of technical limitations, but now it's a vibe, getting packed and sold to little kiddies who want to know what it was like to sit in back of dad's car on the way to grandma's. Anyway, I digress. Try to follow me here. The leader of a pyramid scheme cult washes her underwear and accidentally wipes out all of humanity's memories. You are a robot built from the remains of a soap opera star. It's like Terminator 2 meets batshit insanity, I guess. I have no other reference points. Dip into this high-octane shoot-'em-up when it hits Steam on the 13th. Alright, forget the ocean, forget space, the human mind is the real final frontier, as we've learned today on this episode. If anything, explore it as an amnesiac woman, newly awoken in an endless mind maze with 5 other people who, super helpfully, also have no idea who they are. Search for answers as a group, uncovering memories that could belong to any one of you, and piece together just what the heck's going on. Manage your energy wisely, because if you don't, you run the risk of passing out, losing your gear, and waking up in a totally randomized floor plan, containing who knows what. Be smart, is what I'm saying. Especially since you have no idea the kinds of people you're working with. PLATONICA Space hits Steam on the 13th. Think public domain meets Super Smash here, featuring classics like Lancelot, Mother Goose, and Oliver Twist. If you're down for some hand-drawn hijinks, look no further. Royalty-free for all promises to be an approachable way to settle some scores with up to 3 friends at once. Or hey, if you've got 3 kids who could use a fun introduction to classic literary characters, why not crack this open when it hits Steam on the 11th? I have no idea how Australian footy is played, and now I don't have to. I have an American passport, and damn it, I have a right to be ignorant! Pro Jank Footy is a fast and charmingly over-the-top game. The best part? You can make up the rules as you go. Double the number of players on your team, kick out the umpires, play as a frickin' bird. Hell, you could turn everyone into footballs if you want to. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it features commentary from the folks behind Rick and Morty Bushworld Adventures. If you haven't seen that, look it up on YouTube. It's really funny. In fact, a little bit more funny than actual Rick and Morty. Take the pitch when this hits PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch on the 12th. Liminal spaces, they're all the rage these days, though something feels a bit off with this one. Enter a bizarre world in this Souls-like-ish experience. Memoirium is coming to haunt Steam, featuring an odd, fully connected world with multiple paths to explore. But things get even stranger because you can also decorate a room, apparently. What is this, Cozy Souls? They'll really try anything these days. There's 8 different dungeons full of bosses. There's a lot of armor here, weapons, magical spells, lullabies they're called in this game. See if this one casts a spell on you on the 13th. Now, I know it's hard to believe that a game called Omen doesn't already exist. It must, but they got away with it. Whatever. Pilot a ship through space as you attempt to survive the second collapse. The Veil will eat you alive if you don't master the mechanics of this roguelite shooter that features tons of regions to explore, base and building elements, and 4 different enemy factions to battle against. With 80 weapons to choose between, you just might stand a little bit of a chance on the 11th, coming to the Steam PC platform. I'll be real with you, I'm not much of a gambler, mainly because every time I buy a scratch ticket, which isn't often at all, I lose. But digital gambling? Well, I could get behind that. Less risk. This first-person gambling sim is called Scratch the Ticket, wheeling and dealing its way onto Steam on the 13th. Print out different tickets, scratch away, and risk whatever's left in your bank account. This game is unusual, though, in that you'll earn various tools that can apparently help put the odds a bit more in your favor, like a UV light. Roll the dice on this release this week. If fear were a color, what color do you think it would be? I'm gonna go with a nice red or black, maybe. Step into the world of Color Fear, hosted by Peach, not the Peach from Nintendo fame, where a cheerful children's TV-looking world becomes your worst nightmare. Every night throws you into a twisted game of survival as mysterious intruders stalk you through a colorful house, each with unique behaviors designed to keep you guessing. Hunt for the right colors, outsmart enemies, and uncover the dark mystery behind the Color Fun coloring show before it's too late. You can nab this one on the 10th for the Steam PC platform. Cult of Pin next bounces onto the scene, looking to reinvent pinball as a fast-paced roguelike where every shot counts. Ooh, I love pinball games. Chain together massive combos, master precision ramp shots, and unleash devastating table-wide effects as you destroy bumpers and battle through increasingly chaotic stages. Mystical glyphs change up gameplay. There's unpredictable table traits, unique balls, har har, and constantly changing bumper mechanics that force you to adapt. Conquer 4 handcrafted tables across 6 escalating difficulty levels on your journey to the top of the leaderboards when Cult of Pin releases on Steam on the 10th. Alright, let's head over to Verde, a cozy city-building experience where nature and creativity come before anything else. Grow a thriving town by building cozy little homes for adorable seedlets, fulfilling their needs and watching your peaceful community flourish, one resident at a time. Customize every corner with cute decorations and designs to create a town that's entirely your own, and then venture across the many locations of the valley, with each area offering its own scenery and challenge. With no major pressure mounting, Verde is all about relaxing, expressing your creativity, and building a vibrant little world that you'll love coming back to. Explore its many wonders on Steam the 12th. Hey, get out of that hole, it's mine! Whoa, that didn't sound good. This is Hole is Mine, a charming incremental adventure where an ancient, mysterious hole has one simple command for you. Dig deep and find my buried treasures! God, this is just getting worse. Lead your loyal minios into the depths to mine valuable resources, uncover secrets, and purify the hole, one layer at a time. Do you know how hard it is not to laugh while doing this? Upgrade your team with powerful equipment, discover hundreds of meaningful upgrades, and experiment with unique build combinations as every expedition makes your village stronger. With addictive progression, hidden mysteries, and a satisfying gameplay loop, Hole is Mine looks like a game worth sticking it into on the 10th. God, I made that so bad. Now it's time to become the ultimate harvester in a relentless action roguelite where enemies are fueled by your growing power. IGNOBLE! Slaughter the ignoble, harvest their blood, bones, and marrow, and transform every battle into an opportunity to unlock devastating abilities and unleash brutal combo chains. Sounds pleasant, doesn't it? Build the perfect deck of powerful ability cards, awaken forbidden powers, and forge unstoppable synergies that turn you into an unstoppable force of destruction. Every second counts in this world. Grab it on Steam on the 12th. Hungry? Why wait? Step into the kitchen or the streets of Chinese street food legend, a heartfelt cooking simulation where every plate tells a story of its own. Build your dream night market stall by mastering the fast-paced art of making noodles, serving hungry customers with speed and precision without fucking it up and summoning Gordon Ramsay's wrath. Along the way, you'll meet characters who share their joys, struggles, and everyday lives, making the game just as much about emotional connections as it is the food. Expand your business by unlocking a stand, customize your stalls with charming decorations and new looks, and transform a humble roadside setup into a bustling neighborhood favorite. Mixing cooking mechanics with cozy storytelling, Chinese street food legend launches on Steam on the 14th. Now we embark on a mind-bending adventure in Backpack Boy, a clever puzzle platformer where light is the key to changing reality. Armed with a mysterious flashlight that reveals the past, you'll navigate a forgotten facility filled with puzzles, hidden pathways, and secrets waiting to be uncovered. Every new area introduces fresh mechanics that challenge the way you think, turning exploration into a rewarding journey of discovery. Expanded from its award-winning Game Jam origins into a complete adventure, Backpack Boy unpacks on the 10th for Steam PC. If you spent years wondering why Tony Hawk's Pro Skater still lives rent-free in your head like my dear Silent Signs has, Skatesterre is here to scratch that same itch. Launch yourself off massive ramps, chain together absurdly long combos, and look for BAM. Maybe he is unlockable somewhere. No, probably not. But you will play as a Dutch skateboarding star and shred through sprawling levels packed with rails, gaps, and secret lines, and pull off enough kickflips, manuals, grinds, and grabs to make your combo counter question itself. Complete missions, unlock fresh outfits, and skate to a soundtrack that feels like it's right off of your old 2000s MP3 player. Skatesterre should skate onto your Steam wishlist at least on the 13th. Last but not least, my voice could use a break. This is good news, even though I've loved talking to you all. Choppa Rescue Rivals, which looks like another Saturday morning anime brought to life. There's heroic pilots, rivals, and impossible missions at high altitude. Take control of legendary chopper pilot Rick, soar across the globe, dodge danger, rescue the helpless, and prove you have what it takes to become the ultimate ace of the skies. With a colorful cast of characters, explosive arcade-style action, and no shortage of retro charm, this is the kind of game where every mission feels like the season finale of your favorite childhood show. But that's all for this week, folks. Which games on this list have you the most excited? You know, strangely, I'm going to go with Agefield High as my pick of the week, which looks absolutely terrible, but so bad it could potentially be kind of fun and good. But I don't know, we'll see. I just want to play it either way. Let me know in the comments what you'll be grabbing, And as always, voice to the voiceless! Thanks so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel to help us continue to be able to bring a voice to the voiceless. Join the over 60,000 indie warriors that have said goodbye to the gaming echo chamber. For even more support, head over to patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, where you can get Discord access, early shows, exclusive content, and more, now with a brand new $2 entry tier. Or check out YouTube memberships for exclusive badges, custom emoji, and other fun perks. Support real people making real things, because here at I Dream of Indie Games, it's always about the games.